The forest kept its silence in the hour or so before dawn, as it always did above Root Home, as though the trees themselves had learned long ago not to make noise while the village slept. But the village was not sleeping, at least not all of it. The first halflings had risen before light, moving through the clearing with the quiet purposefulness of people who knew this day by heart. They loaded their arms with late spring flowers, with garlands of ivy and white clover, with wooden bowls of berries and seed. And they rode the cage up into the canopy two at a time, the old winch groaning against the weight of them. From the top, they took the long way down, the staircase that spiraled through the hollow heart of an ancient oak, lantern light sliding across the grain of wood older than memory. They passed by their neighbors' doors as they descended, a child's drawing pinned beside a frame, a pair of boots set out on a stoop the night before, the distant sound of someone still breathing in sleep behind a closed door, unaware of the preparations being made below their feet. The homes grew fewer as they went deeper. The wood grew darker. The air took on the smell of earth and root, cool and close, and the lanterns made long shadows of the people carrying them. At the bottom, the staircase opened into the temple. It was a wide chamber shaped not by any hand, but the slow work of centuries, roots braided through the walls like the fingers of something patient, the ceiling lost in darkness above. At its center stood a statue of Hem, carved from the heartwood of the tree itself. Arms raised, expression kind, the roots curling around her feet as though she had always been here, as though the tree had simply grown up around her in reverence. Far above her, the hollow trunk climbed towards a circle of pale morning sky, the light of a full moon. The light would fall all the way down where she stood by this evening. This night is going to be a full moon. The halflings set to do their work without speaking. They know what to do. They had always known what to do. Garlands are hung, candles are lit, and petals are scattered across the earthen floor in patterns that had not changed in generations. An old woman adjusted the same garland 3 times until she's satisfied. A young boy, permitted to help her for perhaps some time now, stops suddenly and points to something resting at the statue's feet. A square of folded cloth, set there with the same care as the flowers and the offerings. He tugs at his mother's sleeve. She glances down at him and then at the cloth, then up at the statue's face, then away. So she can sleep through the singing, she said. She moved to the next garland. The boy looked at the statue a moment longer, and its raised arms, its patient expression, and its open eyes. And then he went back to scattering petals. Above them in the inn, the smell of something slow cooked had already begun to long drift through the floorboards. It was going to be a beautiful day in Root Home. It always is.
A band of heroes bold stand the hunter Vasil fair, with tales of glory told. Osric with his mighty blade, rust light of demonic hue, and silver half-elf merchant king, their journey did ensue. Silver trades and secrets hold the smile upon her face, while Osric swings his fearsome sword in battle's fierce embrace. Through Raven's land they wander in search of ancient stones, to free the land from darkness where evil's a terror roams, with courage as their banner and hearts forever true.
So we ended 52 with a conversation happening with Burno, the merchant. making it real clear to Vasilla that he wanted her to join Silva when Silva promised to come visit and begin trading. And we decided to cut till morning, but I'm actually going to interrupt that. And it's the middle of the night. And I guess my first question before I start is, do we feel safe? Are all four of us sleeping?
Silva is.
Silva's passed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a fly around her.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stay up, and I would like to get the scepter from. Have brought the scepter back when we visited the wagon, because
Great.
I sure don't want that just sitting out away.
Fair. Stash it away somewhere in the room.
Mhm.
Because you guys got a common room, and it's just the four of you are there, so you're by yourself, so it's relatively safe there. So that means it sounds like Silva, Osric, and Sten, you can go ahead and do a night's sleep. So go ahead and click that, and we'll leave Vasilla awake. Vasilla, let's make it roughly like 3 a.m. Right, so it's past nighttime, edging into early morning, but it's not quite there yet. What have you been doing?
I think mostly just like playing to myself, singing to myself, kind of, like propped up in bed or like against the wall, just so I can see the door, and doing the things that like keep me awake, right? Every once in a while I get up and like take a little walk, drink some tea, stay awake.
It was about maybe like 30 or 40 minutes after we helped Silva to bed, and everybody kind of nestled in, that the lanterns in the hall outside were turned off. So the light under the door went away. We have a candle or something going. Do you think there's candles in the room?
Yeah, I think so. I think just some, enough light, but not blazing.
I think you're startled, but not scared. There's a little closet area off of the main room, one that I'm sure at least Sten guaranteed checked. And something has gotten knocked over. So there's something, sounds like it fell from a shelf maybe. And then you hear some movement afterwards.
I'm going to go shake Sten. I'm gonna like put my hand over his mouth and be like,
Okay, I listen.
You point to the closet.
Okay.
Sten?
Do I hear anything?
You do not.
Kind of look at Vasilla, but I get my skinning knife because this does not look like bow territory. Just kind of head over and, hand around the knife, one hand on the door handle, looking at it, just, and open the door.
And as the door comes open, we see kind of that candlelight. It's not super bright, but enough kind of goes into the closet, and there was something that was in the light for a moment and scurries to the darkness. And both of you see it, but you don't see what it is.
When you say something, are we talking like spider-sized or rat-sized or person-sized?
Halfling-sized.
Really?
Goblin-sized? Would you say goblin-sized, Greg?
No, I think he would very explicitly not say that. Well, I just kind of, gesture, get the candle.
And so, Vasily, you grab the candle and you get closer, and trying to open what is likely a door that was kept secret, or at least secret enough for Sten's review early in the evening. You see Nook, and Nook is trying to get it open before you see them, but obviously that didn't work. And just it turns its head towards you, and remember, and we know it's a she because it's been referred to as her daughter.
Mhm.
She's covered with kind of this leather hood. It's got 2 eyelets, and just head to toe. There's no skin exposed. And the head turns, and then you see her like trying to fiddle with something to try to get this door. And the door's a little bit open, but something's blocking it. And she's looking down, trying to clear the way. She's pretty frenetic.
It's okay. I'll put on my my best mom in the middle of the night when you had a nightmare voice. Like, it's okay. Hi. You made dinner tonight, didn't you?
Can you give me a quick manipulation?
Yeah.
If you wanted more venison, you could have
And
just
go ahead
asked.
and add a skill die for me.
1 skill plus 1 in skill. So I'd go on manipulation on top, yeah? Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right then.
Yeah. She stops trying to open the door and just kind of slowly turns and purposely shows her hands empty, but not like stick them up, but she just wants you to know she's not holding anything.
Yeah. I'll touch the knife hand, like, and just
Yeah,
like,
I like when she does that, I kind of put the knife away.
hi. I assume you can understand me, yeah? Thank you for dinner. It was amazing.
You liked it.
Yeah. Where did you learn to cook like that? It was so good.
Ma told me, but you can't tell her I'm up here.
Well, I'm not going to tell her anything. I used to sneak away from my mom, too.
Can you tell me about the outside?
Of course. Can I get you something to drink? I'm drinking some tea.
It's kind of a delayed nod.
Okay, I'll kind of step back so she can, come out of the closet, so to speak.
And she does, very cautious. I mean, you got 2 successes, right? So she doesn't feel threatened by you, but she's being extra quiet.
I'll pour her some tea and I'll just put it down. Like, I'll put it down near her so that she can grab it at her leisure.
And so she looks down at it and she kind of picks up, and then she stops herself and she sets it back down again. She seems reluctant.
I'll take a sip of it and then put it back down. As you wish. Anyway, what part of the world do you want to know about? Do you want to hear about the mountains? Do you want to hear about the oceans? I've never seen them, but I've heard them told tales. There's a giant lake near where we live.
Have you been east,
We have been east. Near
where
the
other
Horse
halflings
Lords.
are?
No, I've never met any other halflings except for my family.
And me?
And you. And your parents. And the folks here.
I liked your singing.
Thank you. How old are you, Nook?
And you see kind of the head go up and to the right, I think I'm 8.
8? Oh, 8's a good age.
You cook that good at age 8, you got a big future ahead of you, kid.
Can you believe that this one's almost 10 times older than 8?
Shut up.
So at one point, Vasilla, she picks up the tea and she turns her back to you. And you hear her sip. And then she turns back around and sets it down.
What would you do to make that better? You're such a good cook.
We don't make tea.
No? Just beer?
I just wanted to know if you're going to the festival.
Yeah, we were going to. I think I'm supposed to play.
Well, he'll be drunk before it's over. So even if he doesn't let you play, you'll have time.
Fair. Can you
Sure.
tell me about the festival? There's no rocks there with fire.
And she pauses for a second and she goes, lots of flowers, lots of singing, and Ma usually says a lot of fancy words about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just a big old party then for him.
I want a roll from you. Let me take a look at what I want that roll to be. I want an insight roll, please.
Hmm.
Is this something that
Oh,
both
God.
of us could? Never mind. Don't push it.
No.
All that willpower.
With one success, she is not lying to you. But you feel like she's not telling you everything, but it doesn't feel nefarious, right? And maybe it's how deliberate she is when she talks about the festival.
Are there I never knew my brother or knew him for very little time. So I've been told that Hem has a strong affinity for family. Is that true?
Yeah, I never knew my brother.
No.
No. He died.
I'm sorry. My brother was lost too. It's actually why I'm out in this wide world. I'm trying to find him.
Yeah, it's when I moved in with Ma and Pa.
Yeah.
And then you get a sense like oh shit, I've said too much. You can just see it in her body, and she goes, Mom will be mad. Mom will be mad. I'm gonna go.
Okay, if you want, but I mean, when you want to hear about the horse lords, you let me know.
Maybe before the festival?
Yeah, of course. Of course. There's the horse lords, there's the dwarves and their mine. There's these huge snakes in the world that like can burrow through walls larger than 3 of them.
And like she's enraptured with as you're just unfolding the world to her. And then all of a sudden she realizes she's losing time a little bit. Like she's like, oh, and she scurries to the closet, clears away whatever had fallen, and is able to get the door open. And she turns back to you and just gives you one of these before she kind of vanishes away. And to make Sten feel better, when she closes that door, it is almost invisible.
Next time you want to talk, just knock first.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I think she came up here just to talk to a halfling that wasn't from here.
I think that she's never allowed to see or talk to anyone that's not Ma or maybe her brothers. And I know it's been a long time since you were a kid, but they're just a little bit curious.
I love how Basilda has to always get that dig in.
Every fucking time.
By the way,
Always
in
something.
case you forgot, Stan,
You're old.
Not only does Dave enjoy being puckish, in particular, are supposed to be a little bit dickish.
Very much so. Very much so. No, it's
True.
it definitely is true to the lore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure whether Sten falls back to sleep or not. Sounds like Vasilla will stay up.
I
But go
think
ahead.
the one thing I would like to do is, if I can, I mean, can I open the door from this side now that
You
I know
can.
where it is? I'm just gonna kind of look. Is there like a ladder? Is there a network of tunnels?
There is a ladder that's headed down, and it you can tell, and kind of spatially, where the inn was and things like that, you can
Right.
tell that this is kind of against the tree.
Okay.
So it looks like this wall shares a side of the tree, and maybe that this was dug into the
Mhm.
tree itself.
Does it keep going up?
It does not.
Okay. And is it big enough that a human-sized person could get up or down it?
No.
Okay.
Yes, but it would
with
be,
some
yeah,
difficulty.
it'd be the movie Descent, right? It would be really
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So
So
thank you.
me, but probably not Osric, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, exactly.
Certainly not Ozark with his stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll close it up.
You'd have to take the helmet off.
Okay, can't do it.
A secret panel into the guest rooms is a little suspicious, no?
It's curious. Curious.
I will tell you, Vasilla, yes. But also not ridiculous for a halfling, right? Like they want to know what's happening in their house. So it doesn't it feels more nosy than it does nefarious, if that makes any sense from a cultural standpoint. I'm not saying it's not nefarious, but
Yeah, it does. And it makes sense that it's sized for a halfling, both because we want egress from the big people as quickly as we can when we need to. So that makes sense. Don't suppose that you've slept enough that you want to stay up for a while.
I mean, Greg, that's a you question. I'm happy
Yeah,
to
so-
take your shift.
mechanically, you staying up doesn't affect you getting sleep. There's not enough time, Vasilla, for you to avoid being sleepy.
Okay.
But
now,
from
if you
a-
want to
From
sleep
a
in
role
for the
playing
first quarter
standpoint,
day.
I'm happy to take the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'll sleep the first quarter because it's going to be a late night tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't mind sleeping or like taking a late nap or long afternoon nap or some kind of. I don't want to go 2 nights without sleep, is what I'm saying.
Right.
That's fair. So that takes us to the 42nd day of Spring Wane. Silva and Osric, as you wake up to the smell of that stew coming up through the floorboards. Sten is up. Vasilla is crashed.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everybody.
I left you a little packet of herbs, Silva.
I mean,
Some Z-biotic.
Silva's got a bit of a dull thrum, but nothing out of hand. Just
That's
kind of
amazing.
Shakes it off. Looks
Totally
at the.
fine.
That'll go to drink, I guess. Packs that away.
So you missed a visitor last night.
Did we know?
Yeah. The cook, the little one from the kitchen, come and snuck up through a ladder, through a doorway in that closet there. Which Vasilla and I thought was a little curious. But honestly, that's all she was a little curious. She wanted to learn
Seems to
about
be-
the outside world.
Seems to be a common trait amongst the little folk.
Yeah.
Burning curiosity that gets the better of their judgment sometimes.
Yeah. She's pretty young. Said she was only 8, but sounds like she doesn't get out much.
And
Damn good
Sten,
cook, right?
something both you and Vasilla would have recognized, even though familiar. I mean, you lived around. There was halflings at
Mhm.
Oakenheart, right? She's older than 8.
Well, she's a good cook, but maybe she ain't real good at math. Anyway, good thing is Vassie was up all night expecting some kind of visitor, I guess. So maybe we'll let her sleep a little bit while we go down and see what's going on.
Yeah, I guess if there's a secret entrance into the room, it'd be best to keep someone on watch as much as possible then.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to think if I could get some, I don't know, empty walnut shells or something to scatter around there just so we hear
Sure.
if that door opens.
Yeah,
Probably
without
dig something
question.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can put something there that, and you can put it in front of the closet, inside closet door as well as the
Yeah.
outside closet door. So
Yeah, I just
no trouble.
don't want to be surprised.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would I like the idea of walnut shells, and it would be loud enough to wake Vasilla if somebody were to
Yeah.
open either door. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, cool.
On my little packet of herbs was, don't go to the trader without me.
Understood. I was planning on having a halfling around to keep up appearances anyways.
So as the three of you leave Vasilla to catch up on some sleep and head down the stairs, there's already a din of voices, and the place is about as busy as it was at its peak last night. Looks like there's a lot of people that come down here to the inn and eat in the morning. Someone's put up some more garland and flowers, so the inn itself has been decorated since you left last night, a little bit more than it was yesterday. And the smells are amazing. There's fresh bread. Ma is behind her bar and serving some sort of hot liquid. And I think the only thing of note really is that Sten, you get a nod from your hunter friend who was talking arrows with you, that gave you the lead on the stag from before. But man, this is pretty damn cozy. There's this nice like orange light that kind of just fills the inn from the hearth, and a feeling of kinship, of community. Probably the most you've seen. You didn't even feel this at Amber's Peak. This is the most you've felt since maybe the Raven Sister camp or even Oakenheart.
Everybody's in a good mood for a festival. Well, I guess I'll belly up to the bar and have some of whatever this cider or tea or whatever it is that they're serving.
Yeah, and it's a hot apple cider. It doesn't seem to be spiked. It doesn't seem to be fermented. God bless you, whoever was blowing their nose. That was amazing.
That's just one of the patrons.
Yeah, exactly. It happens.
I'm leaving the morning to the three of you. You have got till noon before Vassy wakes up. So what would we like to do?
So the festival itself, like the activities take place in the evening?
She made it clear it was after sundown.
Okay.
So yeah, it'd be like 7-ish.
All right, so we don't have any obligations for the day. Yeah.
Or details, right? So that's the amount of detail she gave you. And there was kind of a half promise about Vasily getting to play at the festival. Go ahead.
I'd probably ask while I'm at the bar. So this festival tonight, I mean, I appreciate the welcome and everything. Is there anything we should bring or have or wear? I mean, is there anything we need to know about what's going to be going on?
So she puts her hand on yours as it's like you're sitting there in a very warm way. And she goes, "You're guests. And it's been a while since we've had guests for the festival. And I'll tell you, everybody's very excited. So no, you don't need to bring anything. I'll feed you before the festival. And you can come down with me. You can sit with Pa, and I'll talk to him beforehand so he doesn't get weird about it. I know the boys will be excited that you'll be sitting with them. But no, if you can plan on being here for family meal around 6, it'll just be Pa, the kids, and me, and hopefully the 4 of you. And we'll get a sip or 2 of ale and a belly full of bread, and we'll head down. I'm hoping you'll like it. I don't know if you've ever been to a festival for hem before.
No, we weren't a very religious community back home, but
Well, it's a temple. When we'll take you down there, it's well within the roots. You'll see a statue of Hem, which we believe grew there. We don't believe anybody built this. We believe that she grew there. It's about his size, and she kind of points to Osric. I'll say they tell me more than a few words. I feel like it's just a few words, but I'll have some things to say. And Cornelius will want to sing. Hopefully we can get the singing started before he's had too many. But it's good to know that your little one, Vasilla, there will be there as backup.
I'm sure she'll be glad
But
to.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it's very kind of you, and we appreciate it.
And she gives you just a kind of a nice pat on the hand to let you know the conversation's over.
All right.
I think Silva's sat nearby. She's got a cup of the hot cider. Probably mix the herbs in. And for the most part, she's just got it like up against her head a little bit, just like.
Ma does say to you, new to Halfling Ale?
Well, had maybe one or two too many.
That's okay.
Got a little surprising kick there at the end.
If you want to know exactly how it hits, just Cornelius can tell you. He's well seasoned.
When he's awake.
I was like, is he about right now? Or is he?
Funny you should say that, Silva,
boy.
because almost on cue, like it's an episode of Friends, the door opens and in comes Cornelius. And he's looking a little worse for wear. You can tell that he probably just got up. He's brought his loot with him, but he kind of sets it down and goes to a table that was unoccupied. So I don't know if that's his table or designated as such. And Brevin comes out immediately and brings him food and a cask of not cider.
Alrighty.
Man gets after it.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the
man.
dog,
Hair of the
yep.
dog.
I'm just trying to think. At some point, I think Ma would give you a little bit more details. She does tell you that we like to dress plain for the festival.
I kind of look down at what I'm wearing, and I'm like, suits me.
And she nods at you. And you look down. She's like, that'll do. She does say, she does ask you, do you think Vasilla would let me put flowers in her hair?
I think that'll be up to
I would
Vasilla.
think so, but you'd have to ask her.
And she turns to you, Silva, and she says the same. She goes, could we put flowers in your hair as well?
Of course.
Doesn't ask the boys.
Hurt.
Just imagine Osric has the best flowing locks. Just like
So Silva kind of like goes to like kind of play with her hair after it's mentioned, and it kind of gets stuck, like it's starting to get a little tangled,
A little nappy.
Yeah, take a brush to it.
Anything we want to do before Vasilla wakes?
I mean, I might spend some experience points.
Talk to me.
So I've been thinking, I haven't needed it yet, but I have a feeling when I need it, I'm going to really need it. So I was thinking I might get the second rank of lucky.
Talk to me. What does the second rank of lucky do?
So second rank of lucky is, so the first rank, which I have, is when you suffer a critical injury, you can re-roll once and take the lower one. With rank 2, you can also swap the roll. So if you roll a 61, it can become a 16.
Oh, that's nice.
So that seems like it should be handy.
Yeah, if you want to spend the XP, there's no roll needed.
Yep. So I'll just I may maybe I'm playing some cards with some of the local folk.
Yeah, let's have your hunter friend has a little game going on over there that he teaches you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've never seen this one before, but you'll have to tell me how it goes.
And
Just run into halflings.
Well, I don't know. I imagine they're pretty good at this stuff themselves.
That's right.
Not
They
that
leave their own luck.
not that I would tell Silva what she thinks, but Silva, you think to yourself, I know what Vasilla would say right now. Oh, that's the old man's table. Just a bunch of old hunters around the table, right?
Fogies, yeah. they're holding city council. They're gonna fix all the world's
Exactly.
problems.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I know these guys.
And all kinds of really, really neat questions, Stan, about your hunt. Asking details only they would ask.
Sure,
and have that knowledge.
Definitely I'll I don't know if the cider is like a public thing, but I'm gonna certainly buy around, especially for the
Yep.
guy who gave me the tip, and make clear that I appreciate the heads up.
And I feel like your old man is he's one of those kind of salt of the earth people who is the kindest they can be, is a little passive aggressive. So like when he asks you how you cleaned the stag, and he gives you that's one way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I think Sten speaks that language. I think
Exactly.
I think we get along just fine.
There's like 5 of these guys.
You
and they're
both
all
see each
just
other.
so
And Stan, that's the best you would get out of him. That's the
Yeah,
closest
I'll
thing.
take it. Yeah.
Exactly. So when Vasilla does wake, where do you think the three of you are hanging out? Do we go back to the room? Where are we at around noon? Well, and the other, did anybody else want to do something the first quarter day? We know Sten is playing cards.
I think Silva actually wants to check in with Cornelius
Okay.
while he's kind of not busy, just kind of catching a grip. So she'd probably finish about half of the cider and then swing over to his table and get an early start there, huh, bud?
His head is down in the bowl, just staring at the bowl, and kind of looks up a little startled, and he goes, "Got to start the day."
And I put the half cup of cider. Try some of that. That'll put some pep in your fingers.
I'm good.
I mean, got a big show tonight.
Yeah. I don't know how to say this. I don't think I've ever met a half.
Yeah, we're not the most common. And I do a little curtsy bow. Sylvador. I offer a hand.
So, mom the half? Dad's
Yes, as half on my mother's side. I
taller
just-
than your
Depends on
dad?
the half.
I pull a seat and sit down.
And he gets a little borderline inappropriate trying to understand how your mom and dad made you.
See, what it does, human love each other very much.
Yeah. So, and you can tell that he does not quite understand Elven, right? Things like, so is it the same way?
Now, you've never met a half. Have you even met a whole? That's the real question.
No, I met a dwarf. I've met orc. More me, of course.
We're all more alike than not, in so many ways.
So it's the same way. Huh.
As far as I know.
And did she pursue him, or did
Young love. That's all I'll say. But
Huh.
speaking of oddities amongst the world, what has you living amongst the little folk? You're certainly a sore thumb, as it were.
She's been hanging out with halflings too long.
Yeah, he pulls back a little bit, and you can tell he's sizing you up a little bit. Why do you ask?
Just curious. It's hard not to wonder. Seem to be a fixture of Ma's establishment and
What does she
hold a
say?
prominent role. But she hasn't said anything specific. Just you're here.
Well, what does she say?
presumably
Not
nightly.
specific.
You are here as a nightly performer. You are a decent musician, as I've heard.
She said I'm a decent musician.
I mean, you're the second best I've heard in several days.
I don't want your opinion. I want to know what Ma said.
Well, I can't say I have Ma's ear that close yet.
If she says something, I need you to tell me.
Perhaps.
And you've not heard tell of Cornelius outside of the forest, right?
I'm afraid not, my friend.
And his whole body just goes. And he goes,
Ah.
I just wandered here. And these folk are nice and they seem to like my music. And just like any village, there's people I like more than others.
Very well. Well, I will leave you to your breakfast, my friend, and to Cornelius. And I take the cider back, and
He grabs your wrist before you leave and he goes, I mean it. If she says something, you tell me.
we'll see. And I slip my wrist out of his hand.
Yeah,
and
because he doesn't let
turn
go.
around.
So yeah.
Very interesting.
Osric.
I think Osric wants to go talk to Pa, and my hope is that Pa is working.
Pa is working. So he's and the blacksmith shop is on the, I'll call the ground level, right? It's outside where the inn is. So yeah, you can just walk outside of the inn and walk around, and yeah, he's there, and Askin is helping him.
Great.
And excuse me, Askin's face lights up when he sees you, but he knows not to stop helping Pa.
Sure. Sure. Good morning. I was wondering if perhaps I could enlist your services as a smith. I have
Awfully
needed some
busy.
repairs. Well, I could help. I'm trained. But I
Awfully
have a
busy.
few things that need repair.
And he kind of puts down. He goes, show me what you got.
Gosh, what do I got? I have some busted chainmail, a busted helmet. I think at this point, like, I'm not wearing it around town, so I think I've got it like in a bag, and I pull out the chainmail and the helm and what is currently left of Hardscar,
Gotcha.
which is Hardscar in pieces.
The hell you doing out there?
The wilds are just that. But I'd love to get it back into fighting shape if I could.
Boy, he's kind of looking it over, and he goes, I probably couldn't get started on it till tomorrow. Might take a day or two, but axe is pretty easy. Probably get that helm back. The chainmail will take me a little bit, but yeah, I could start in the morning.
That'd be wonderful. Could I, in fact, help you? Would that be something you'd allow?
You're welcome to watch, as long as you keep quiet.
Well, of course, of course.
He
Perhaps I
kinda-
could assist in the boys' space.
And he just kind of gestures to a chair that's kind of off to the side.
The cook chair.
Not the smithy cuck chair.
Now, if are we angling to get a mentor here? Is that what's happening?
So I think that's what I'm looking to do, is to get, which I suppose technically I don't need in Smith, because I think I have a point in Smith.
If you already have a level, you don't need it. But you would be able to weasel in enough and learn enough if you want to count this as a no-roll mentor.
That's, I think, what I'm
if you need a
looking to do,
level
is just
1.
well, but I think I have level 1 Smith, don't I?
Yeah, so I think you just need to spend the XP if you don't. If you do have it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's how you spend your quarter day. Let's put us at noon. You gonna spend the whole morning there, Osric?
Yeah, I'll spend the quarter day there.
Okay.
Talking smithing.
So it sounds like Vasila will see Silva and Sten.
Yeah. I think so.
And that's
I'm
what you see.
I'm probably near Sten. You know, not trying to be obtrusive, just watching the card game.
Is there a good place that we can, in fact, hide the scepter? Because I don't really want to carry it around with me and take all the penalties. Does anyone have any brilliant ideas? No. Sounds
I
like
mean-
sounding. No.
No brilliant ideas.
I'll hang on to it if you want.
Yeah. And if you want to, like, bury it somewhere that you'll find or something.
I,
Like-
I was
I,
wondering
do,
if
I
we-
do not want to do that.
Do we have like a lockbox in our cart of craziness?
Yeah. If you want to secure it in a box on the cart, I'm good with you guys having something secured there. Now, if the box were to be removed,
Sure.
there'd be a
How do we
secure
feel about
place
that?
on the cart that would hide it.
Yeah, that feels like the sort of thing Silva would want on a cart. Storage.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you guys, but I.
Mainly don't want to have to carry it for 4 quarters and fall over.
That is.
The next several days in this town where we're probably not going to need to cast an earthquake.
Wait, let's hope not.
Probably.
Like, that one would actually be our fault for that festival problem then.
Well,
I think it's a reactionary earthquake. I think that
Yeah,
when the
that-
need arrives, that we
if-
have to
if you-
test an earthquake. It's
Yeah,
because
if
they
you-
got
if
us
you-
here.
If you came to Silva, she'd be like, we can lock it up in the cart.
Yeah, if you think it'll be safe there.
Pull up the keys. I mean, as long as they're watching our property and not messing with our cart. If we do, we know a halfling has it.
That's true.
But-
We know it's here somewhere.
We'll keep the keys close by.
I'll hand it to you wrapped up because it's clearly not like just taking around this like beautiful sculpted mace out in the open.
Yeah. Drop it in my backpack.
And then yeah, I get some food and check in and say after I get done eating, drop that off and we'll go see the trader.
Yes, let's.
Does Osric stay the second quarter day with this blacksmith, or are you going to meet them up, do you think? Or do you
I
guys go
suppose
and get him?
I'll at least meet up with everybody else and figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our day.
So, one thing I want to tell you, Osric. A pleasant morning. He's kind of an asshole. But not like, doesn't come off as a bad guy. And he's got various things hanging on the walls, things that obviously he's meant to get to, hasn't gotten to yet, things that he has gotten to. You know, you see a lot of things for like shoeing horses and donkeys. You see some weaponry, but not a lot of it. And none of it coming anything close to anything you would want as far as nothing better than what you have, I guess is the way to put it. The only thing that's a little weird is there seems to be a disproportionate amount of shackles of various sizes. So I'll leave that with you.
Great. I'll think on that. A little bit.
Curious.
While I was here, if you don't mind, I'd love to ask him what sorts of things he makes for the people that he was trading with. Like they give him the ingots, he gives them something. So that would just be something that I feel like would come up in the conversation as we talked back and forth about those.
Yeah, we can flash to that. And he says, I do most of the trading up with those people up at Moonshire. Good day or two northeast of here. Not quite sure about them, but no offense.
None taken.
But yeah, I'll make stuff for their horses. They'll bring stuff here. They'll give the boys things that need to be fixed up. Every once in a while, they'll order odds and ends here. I mean, they seem like fine people, I guess, and their iron's good. I'm not sure where they're getting that from.
Okay. Good enough people, though, you say?
Yeah. I mean, they're people. No offense.
No offense. All right.
And he says that no offense with full offense.
Right.
It was very much I'm not racist, but
I mean, they're human. It's
Some
definitely
of my
a village
best friends are
humans.
people.
I said with all due respect.
Great.
all right. So the 4 of you are back at the inn. Osric walks in. Priscilla will have you fed, so nobody needs to roll food or water today.
Cool.
Mom makes a big thing about no. I'm keeping track.
Well, that sounds way worse.
Yeah. Oh, you'll pay.
Yeah, this is going to be the greatest dine and dash in all of history.
We'll sneak out during the revolution. It'll be
Silva's still in the we're burning this tree down camp.
Silva's not in the tree. Nate's in the tree.
fine. We'll sneak out during the revolution. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
No one will notice.
Right.
And you said the ladder in the hidden room only went up, not down.
No, it went
It
down.
went down, not up.
Yeah, went down, and the candle wasn't enough light to tell you how far down, but just the echoes and things like that. It doesn't sound. You didn't get a sense of a network of tunnels.
All right. Well, let's go talk to this Burno.
Yes.
Are we
Up
all
into the-
four going, or
Are you all going
I
to
mean,
talk
if you
to
don't think
Burno?
you'll mind.
I don't know? Seems like a crotchety old sort.
Well, then we'll
Just
get
left
along
right
just
in.
fine, won't we?
Oh, you said it, not me. No offense.
None taken.
Oh, God.
We have not ridden the cage yet. So you guys step out,
dear.
and you see this contraption. It's big enough for 2 halflings, but one of Silva, one of Sten, one of Osric. And I don't know. I'm going to assume Sten is going to give it a good look. And it looks
for
sturdy.
sure.
It,
Like,
it
there
looks
is-
sturdy.
There is, like, this seems really sketch.
I mean,
And-
I just take a long time looking at the cage and the mechanism, looking at Osric, looking at the cage, looking at Osric.
And
Same.
you can see why it's here, because there's really no branches or anything for like the first 40 or 50 feet. It's all trunk. And as you look up, you can see this rope comes up to some sort of pulley type contraption. And being, 50, 60 feet away, you can see there's a man up there, a halfling up there. And there is a bell that's next to the rope. And I'm sure either Brevin or Askin have explained to you, just go in there, hit the bell, hop in the cage, and then Gostrin will pull you up.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Guess we're
go.
making a couple trips.
Gonna go hop in and ring the bell.
So you're first.
Yeah.
Definitely not first.
No. And I think when the guy with the bell kind of looks down, I'll just kind of wave and point to the cage,
That was dramatic.
and point to Osric, and like,
Your internet's being a jerk.
oh, damn it.
But I appreciate that it was for me.
Yeah, and I assume you're asking if it's good. And he gives you a thumbs up, a friendly
Okay.
thumbs up. So Vasily, you hop in, and cage groans a little bit, and it's slow, but gets up there. You step out. Gostrin's a big boy. He's a good head or two taller than you.
Wow.
Proportionally still a halfling, but he's a big boy. And the other thing you notice is he's got a sword at his hilt. And just the way he moves, Vasilla, you get a sense he knows how to use it.
Mhm. Yep. Don't know if you know this about me, but I've spent some time around some swordsmen at this point in my life.
Yeah. And as you step out, he goes, before I let them up, you're vouching for him?
Yes, sir.
And where are you headed?
Up to the 4th branch, I think you said. We're going to see Burno. One of our party here is a trader, and he said I'm supposed to meet him.
So upon Burno's name being invoked, he didn't try to do this. He was not being obvious about it, but there's a little bit of an eye roll that he kind of gives you, like, oh, okay. But he wasn't trying to be obvious about it.
Yeah.
But he also didn't hide it for shit.
Yeah, fair. It's fair. He's good with a sword, not with the
Yeah. He might be a good guy to play
May I
cards
say
with.
that out loud?
Yeah. Relatively uneventful getting the other three of you up.
Nice. Is he like pulling the rope?
He is. So it's actually pretty impressive, Vasilla. There is a series covering 3 different branches of pulleys that really allows him. Like I said, he's a strong man, but he is, that's a lot of weight, especially with Osric, right? And he's actually able to do it with ease, but you can tell it's a lot of rope for a little bit of distance, right? Because of the pulley system that's been built. But there's a little bit of, nice.
Nice.
I think you pick up on it, Vasilla, once the last of you get up there. And I think this is kind of a cultural thing too. He gives you the bellboy waiting at the door of the hotel room after bringing up your bags look.
And I'll say, Silva.
Grab a copper. Flick it over to him.
The look doesn't change.
We're from out of town. We didn't know. Economies of scale.
Shoots Vasilla a look and then looks back at you.
Yeah. Hey, so we're on our way to see Burno. We aren't from around here, obviously, and
I can tell, he says.
yeah. So anything we should know before we go?
Keep your purse close.
Normally, people tip.
And you can believe half, he says.
All right.
That's the half you don't have to worry about that half, though.
Yeah. I know the sort.
He has not stopped looking at Silva.
So Silva at this point is just like looking at the trees, looking down, looking at the branches, like, this is impressive.
Yeah, and he finally just puts it into his pocket and lets you off.
I'm gonna let
Head in the
the
clouds at
humans
this
go
point.
ahead of me a little bit. I'm gonna flick them 2 more coppers and be like, and then,
He gives you a nod and a wink, like a.
right, and I make a like, I know.
And he gives you the commiserate, like, yeah, I know.
Not even one
Halves.
for each
What are
of
you
us.
gonna do?
All right.
So, it's really interesting because it is, and I think I mentioned this, right? There doesn't seem to be any dwellings up here. And you heard in the cold open where everybody apparently lives. They live inside the tree, it looks like. So there's not a whole lot of actual buildings. And you do see Burno's shop, and it's a series of ladders, a couple rope bridges that are just kind of take you through Ewok village style, right, to get up there. You know it's Burno's because it says Burno's above the door, and it's not real clear if he's messy or if there's like a sidewalk sale happening, but there's just kind of crap all outside the front.
So
And some of it is crap.
this is like on a platform on a branch, right? Like
Correct.
not like giant tree branches are built into the tree. Like there's a set of plow. Okay.
Well, and a little bit like the inn that shared a wall with the trunk of the tree, this also shares a wall with the trunk of the tree as well. So it's kind of built to the tree, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a whole platform built in the front of it, and it's freestanding, right? So there's no other buildings connected to it. If you wanted to go to somewhere else, you'd have to grab a ladder or a bridge to do it.
Are there people out and about on these paths and trees
Yep.
and doing stuff?
Yeah, and there's people you can see as soon as there's like 2 or 3 halflings waiting to take the cage down as you guys finish. So yeah, it's not like bustling by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, there's halflings all over.
How does everyone look? Are they looking haggard, excited, clean?
There's definitely clean, and you can definitely tell who's excited about the festival, right? So you're seeing some people, like some of the women already have flowers in their hair. You can see that there was a gaggle of older women on one little platform in the branch that were making some more decorations, building some garland and things like that. And then there's just people that I don't know whether they don't give a shit about it but they don't seem to be involved in the preparation for the festival.
Fair enough.
Does that help?
Yeah. All right. I'll head on into Burnos.
Burno E is either a hoarder or he buys a lot more than he sells. So there's just stuff everywhere. There's a reasonable aisle between the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell immediately that this goes into the tree. So it's deeper. And you can kind of, though from inside you wouldn't be able to tell, right? It's all structurally the same, but you can just tell that it builds into the tree. And he looks up to you with his one eye that the other one's grown over. The skin has healed over the socket. And did you bring the tall one?
All 3 of them.
Silva steps in. She's kind of poking at the junk, all the junk a little bit, kind of various knickknacks.
That. If you touch anything, you break it, you buy it.
Don't worry, I'll be careful. It's quite the collection.
I know what all condition everything's in.
I'm sure you do.
So what'd you bring? Traitor.
I have my whole backpack somehow fit in the cage with us. Well, what do we get for the halfling who has everything now? What does Burno need?
Or Burno's customers.
He got in the way of
Burno's customer.
jewelry, shiny stuff.
I kind of poke through. I've probably got a piece or two of, probably a lot of almost costumey stuff, kind of gaudy.
And I don't think the other three pick up on this, Silva, but he's poo-pooing all of it.
Mhm.
This is junk. Did you make this yourself? Just comment after comment, right? But you can tell what he's interested in and what he's not interested in. And he is impressed a few times, though he would not. And the other three don't notice. For the other three, he's crapping on all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining this is garbage, and some garbage he's putting to the side, some garbage he's handing back to you, right? So
there's definitely some that are like finer works. It's like the less ostentatious stuff. That's like, this one is actually like well crafted, but she kind of slips them in there with the rest of the various pieces.
Yeah, and credit where credit's due. He's got a pretty good eye. So I'll give him that. And he wants to trade. So let's do this. Hold on a second. I think I have.
No questions. What does Silva want?
Yeah.
What do you get for the half elf that literally can pull anything out of her bag?
It's going to have to be something that's worth more than, 3 silver?
Or is large. I can't
Or
get
is
pull
large.
large things.
All right.
No, I have some thoughts on what
Giant
Silva
stick.
would want at this point.
All right. That's his manipulation roll. What's yours?
Oh, wow. I don't think it should be good.
Hey.
So that was marksmanship. You want to roll manipulation?
Whoops, wrong M. My apologies.
Well,
I mean, if you want to shoot him, you can. We can do that too.
Can I? Can I?
Marksmanship.
that kind of
To get a
party.
sharp eye on his wares. There we go.
Oh, okay. There you go. Much better. All right. So 1. All right. Let's have you come out ahead. So go ahead and add a silver.
Lovely.
So
Yeah.
trades back and forth. He buys more than he sells to you. I feel like what you bought from him was more of a negotiating courtesy. There's nothing here that deserves to be in your pack.
I think that the things Silva would be kind of looking for her own purposes would be things like maybe oils and soaps.
Yeah.
Just things that are harder to find out on the road. The things to, one, for this evening to like clean yourself up a little bit, and two, just to have, just to like, we're on the road for 3 days. I need to distinct myself, this halfling and these 2 men.
Give me an insight roll.
Sure.
So he does sell it to you. Like I said, you come out ahead. You come out of silver ahead in all the trading back and forth. Soap smells a little funny. Let's take a break. want to clarify my last statement. It's not perfumed. It's not floral. So it's not like soap you've smelled before. It's basic ass soap. But it is unlike a soap you've ever smelled before.
You can't just drop that line and take a 10-minute break and then come back and be. What I mean to say is,
Oh, I haven't changed.
Hey, guys.
Romulan soap.
I haven't changed what I meant. I just clarified it.
Like so.
So I've
Yeah, I
hand
think she
waved
might-
kind of the back and forth, but if there's things that you want, Silva or anybody else with Bruno, let me know.
Are there other customers here?
No,
Huh.
no, but he talks about how we need to hurry up because this is about the time I get
very
busy,
Yeah.
right? And then 30 minutes goes by, and he goes, "No, really, like it's gonna get busy."
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll be done shortly.
Yeah.
But have you seen this one?
So while that's all going on with Silva, just kind of doing the thing where I walk around looking at things. Is there anything here that he sells or ostensibly trades that seems out of place or weird to me? Or is it just kind of like the kind of things that a community like this would want?
Well, let's do a quick insight. I'll give you something even with no successes, but I'll give you more with successes.
Alrighty.
And to be clear, this is not like a scouting roll. This is just how
Yeah, this is insight. Yeah, no, it looks fun to me.
So it's obvious to you, Sten, that there is a decent amount of trade outside of the village.
Mhm.
Right. So you can see things that are not halfling sized. Things that maybe have some craftsmanship that was a little bit more like Oakenheart. So yeah, it would appear that his trade is not regulated to just within the village,
Okay.
if that helps.
Sure.
Could we trace, because of the mist, could we trace like styles to villages? Like, is Oakenheart like, I don't know, makes their buttons XYZ way? That would be like, that's the Oakenheart button.
Yeah, without question. And none of you see anything from Oakenheart here, but there's like Oakenheart adjacent,
Got it.
if that makes any sense.
While you guys are finishing up, I'm like, so are you excited about the festival? Apparently it's all the big hit here.
Yeah, it's mandatory. So we
Mandatory fun.
Oh,
Man.
Vasilla, that does remind me. Ma had mentioned she wanted to speak to you about putting flowers in your hair for the festival as well, after dinner.
All right.
she asked you too, I guess.
Yes, she did. In fact, feel quite honored.
Why? Like, I mean, just like, why the girls?
I don't know. Ma's all up in the hem. That's her thing. So every 8th day she does the whole thing, and that's not mandatory, thank God. But festival, we all got to go to the festival.
Like, what happens if you don't?
You do. Or you're not going to be. Ma doesn't want you here. You ain't sticking around. I mean, she's got Pa. She's got Gostrin if she ever needs muscle, but it's never gotten to that. And we've had some self-select, right? There's locals that ain't local no more. I don't blame them. And he stops himself and kind of like makes himself busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, has everyone been... Everyone just wanders off? Like, do you know which way they head? I've never seen another halfling, other than my folks. friends back home.
Most of our kind head east, southeast. That's where most of our kin are. Or a little bit closer to the sea.
Yeah.
He kind of motions that maybe to you, Sten. I'm putting you closer to the door maybe than everybody else.
Okay.
And he goes, close that for a second. I'd like to talk to the four of you.
Okay.
Keep your eye on it because I'm gonna. It's about time I get busy.
I'll kind of stand in the position where I could like see out a window towards where the front door is.
And he kind of looks around, though nobody could be listening. What's your relationship with Ma and Pa?
They're
Focused really on you, Vasilla.
proprietor of where we're staying. I have been friendly enough, but that's part of the way our kin goes, isn't it? Always seem friendly enough. What's your relationship with Mom and Pa?
Been to a lot of settlements, a lot of villages, and travels out and about.
Yeah, it's the first halfling one. But we stayed with orc, stayed with human, stayed with elf.
Hollows,
Stayed with orc.
Hollows.
Amber's Peak,
Mm-hmm.
Orcs. Did you go to I?
Yeah.
You know your way around.
Get a good bit of traffic. A lot of people hear about this place. They come trading all the time. It's
Really?
busy. It's real busy.
It seemed pretty hidden back in the woods. Hard to find.
Yeah. We get a lot of passerbys and people find us. Most of the trades with Moonshire, but so are you warm with Ma and Pa?
I would say I have some wonderings about them. Seem to be a couple locks in weird places and a couple more chains than seemed likely. But the food's good. Friendly enough. I assume you know where your hidden little hatch is to get out of here. Assume there's everyone. It's got one of those. You know, people.
Can't just have a front door. You four talkative?
I kind of look at him.
Some of
How do
us
you
are
feel?
when it
How
suits
do you
us.
feel about hearing stuff you can't talk about?
Oh, hearing stuff I can't talk about is kind of what we do.
That's a whole different sort of trade, my friend.
Kind of picked up on that, I think. How do you feel about killing?
Depends what needs.
Just look over at Ostrich.
I wouldn't say it's something we look forward to, but at times when it's necessary.
There's people here that wouldn't be sad if we lost two. Not the little ones. And I could stir up a good bit of coin if you'd be willing to. Have to happen before the festival.
Why?
Because we're tired. Tired of being told who can come in, who can leave, what side of the bed we get to sleep on, who we can talk to, who we can't talk to. Days then when we can come into the inn, and then if she gets in a mood, we can't come to the inn until she changes her mood. Workmanship from Pa is different, depending on how much you kiss them. Some of us are tired. That's all. And they've been running this place a long time. Some of us think they run it hard. Sometimes I wonder if people without ties like the four of you, who obviously, and he kind of looks Osric up and down, know how to draw a weapon, could, for the right price, solve a problem.
Coin doesn't usually drive our killing, but are they taking people as debtors?
We all owe them money. I figure that's pretty common, though, right? I'm sure they got the same kind of circles up in Moonshire and Hollows, and that's not new. It's just they insist on keeping us hidden. They insist on, we're just tired. All right. Have you ever been under a thumb for a long time? And it's little things, right? They don't do all things wrong. It's just it has to be their way. And they're never going to step down. There's enough of us, but not enough of us, if that makes any sense. And I'll tell you, half of them that wouldn't say they'd do this or before this, they would be once it's done. So what's the price?
Is she putting stuff into that chili, into that soup? She certainly butters people up with beer hard enough.
I don't know how the hell she makes it taste good. Not quite sure what you mean.
Well, you can put all kinds of things into what you eat, and it makes people.
Yeah, sometimes she'll tell you it's venison, and it's not. It's just squirrel. But we all know the difference between venison and squirrel. Price don't change whether it's venison or squirrel.
No,
that's typical.
Seems to me, and if this all bothers you enough, some of you could up and leave. You could go and demand some changes. How she got this much power over all of you?
Again, I'm not saying that my circle is the majority here. Right? And I'm not saying that she's hurting us. I mean,
well, you're
look around.
saying that it's bad enough that you want to go killing folks as your first solution.
Calm down. You're talking out of a side of the mouth that ain't lived here. I know it sounds drastic to you, but we've been through the options. And hey, if you ain't the people, go to the festival. Get the hell out of here. Maybe the next group that comes in will do it. You just look like the kind that has seen a good bit of blood. And I'm willing to pay well, that's all.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks down at his watch. Not his watch, but he kind of looks outside. He doesn't have a watch. I look down at my watch. Kind of looks outside a little bit and goes, it's got to be before the festival, though.
Why?
It just does.
That ain't good enough to draw blood on.
Well, we had good trading. You know where to find me.
Very well.
Something's weird about this festival. I can't put my thumb on it.
Are you saying that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
It's a hem
Guess
festival.
Well, tell me about him then. I heard the pep talk version. What's your version of him?
It's a goddamn bunch of roots at the bottom of the tree. It kind of looks like a person, and it's tall.
Hmm.
That's what it is. And Ma believes it. Ma says that everything that grows up from the earth is because of him. And I've talked to dwarves, and they say everything under the earth is because of their god. And then you talk to an orc, and they tell you another thing. And then there's the whole raven thing with the women and the black tattoos and all that. And they'll tell you that something else. They all just tell you stuff.
Hmm. Have you seen any of the Rust brothers come on through here?
No, but I've heard talk of them. That's bad news. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
true.
say
And
if you see
to
them,
be
get
fair,
out.
Mom and Pa wouldn't put up with them. In their defense.
Well,
We had
Always
nothing
bigger
to talk
fish.
about, so we didn't talk about nothing. But if
No.
you change your mind and we did talk about something, I'm here.
Understood.
well, good trading with you. See
indeed.
ya before the festival or after, I guess, or during.
Weird, you don't ask price.
Weird you didn't name one.
He just kind of turns around and starts fiddling with shit.
I am happy to be the first one out the door.
I think it's
Oh,
about an
like
hour,
that.
hour and a half. It doesn't take the whole quarter day.
Yeah. Well,
Let's go
What a
back to the
beautiful
room. I
day.
need to get something.
no.
All right. Things a little slow in the end. You guys go into the inn. Head it back up to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I think the first thing I do is go back and check on that little door. Make sure there's no little ears listening.
None.
Make sure the
Yeah.
walnut
Open it up.
shells are undisturbed.
Yep.
Okay. So
That
my
was
vote,
intense.
my vote is we pack up and get out of here now before the festival starts. I don't know what they're doing here, but I do not like it. I mean, they seem like good enough people, but anybody who can stir up that much hatred, bad news.
Yeah, it's not good business for sure. Might cause a bit of a row if we start packing up and hit the road.
Well, maybe they show their true colors then.
True. Very true.
I still want to know how Nook is the only one that's alive when her brother died. Where they keep the other ones, the other half.
Is that
But yeah, I agree. Something doesn't feel about right.
so? Vasilla, I don't know. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what are they? What do you folk usually do with the other ones?
Can't say I properly know, honest. Every kid gets taught, right? At some point, right? Usually about the time that it could be you. And I know this will shock you, but I didn't take very kindly to the first part of that sentence, and I didn't stay around to hear the second.
And this is talking to Dave, because you might know this, but just to give you a sense of what Vasilla knows, like the tradition that you know of is at birth there's one of each. Everybody's a twin, and not in an acrimonious way. It is when goblins have children, they bring the halfling half to halflings, and when halflings have children, they bring the goblin half to the goblins. And there's no bad blood. There's no ill will. There's also no real kinship either. There's very much a belief that we are two different, and this is just our lot, and this is how we do things. You are not likely the only halfling or goblin that doesn't like it. But you never heard your parents or anybody speak ill will of goblins. And, you know, you were told that your brother was sent to live in the woods with his kind.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's possible that there's another tree, I don't know, a mile from here that's got all the goblins in it. Or maybe they, you know, who knows?
Craig, this is an out of left field question. Have we by chance noticed any of the halfling women here pregnant?
Ooh, I love that question. Let's say yes. That's an amazing question.
Cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with that answer, but I thought it was worth asking.
Now you know that.
Yeah. Now that's the thing.
I don't know.
You have the burden of that knowledge.
I don't know how I could have said no to that question. That's a great question.
Ooh wee mama.
So, I don't know. I kind of want to know, though. But last time I kind of wanted to know something, bad things went down, so...
Well,
I don't know, man. I don't know that we can change our fates. I don't know that we can change who we are. Don't you want to know what this hem is? What's going on?
I mean,
what's the chances that we get another dragon?
all I'm saying is this pot's getting ready to boil over, and I'm not interested enough to sit here and watch what happens to the frog when I'm in the pot.
Yes. Not even to consider the fact that we are, after having been solicited, are then going to have to sit through dinner with the targets of said solicitation. So
that's the easy part. She's got a mark on your back, easy. She's going to try to take every bit we got.
Oh, yes.
Well, I've said my piece. You know what I think.
How about you, Osric? What do you think, Big Guy?
Poorly running a town is certainly no reason to kill someone. I am curious to know what happens in this festival, but I do agree that it seems the man seemed troubled, and it's concerning.
All I'm saying is, when we find out what's going on in this festival, we're going to be surrounded by halflings underground in a temple.
No offense.
It really was the insistence that it be done before the festival.
Yep.
Yeah. Last time we were at a rite, the priest turned into a giant monster and ate a child.
No, that wasn't the last time. The last time was when we broke open the dragon egg and the dragon showed up. But before then,
Yeah, you guys are 2 for 2 on the
surely the third one will go right.
Third time charm.
Great.
This is the one where
let's pretend there was some innocuous rituals with the Raven sisters or something that we didn't. I don't want to give the impression that every ritual is like.
Craig, we're in a role-playing game. Of course, that's how it works.
When the DM draws the pentagram on the map, you know shit's about to go down.
I've given people getting together to celebrate something a bad name in this game.
Truly.
weird paranoia about it. I don't know why.
So on edge about this festival.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm just saying. I realize I have tainted the well.
He did add the murder request to it, which is really just frosting on that particular cake.
Yeah.
And not to add the things, but I want to bring up some details because it's been a while since we played. A couple other details I'm sure are in the forefront of the characters' minds is the locked cellar behind the bar. Keep that in mind. The disproportionate amount of shackles of many sizes in the blacksmith shop. Of course.
Oh, I don't know that I caught that they were of many sizes.
They were of many sizes.
That was mentioned, yeah.
Yeah. And
You haven't
Cornelius.
told us about the shackle thing, have you?
I have not
Okay.
Yeah.
at this point mentioned this.
Cornelius
many
insisted
sizes.
on if what his mom said. He was really persistent about that. I'm trying to think what else would have stood out. Probably the big thing, like the Nook thing's weird. I think those are all the factors that the four characters would be kind of thrown around.
I mean, I have a feeling something's getting sacrificed to Hem's goodwill or some such,
Something or someone.
right?
Eat the roots.
And I certainly don't want it to be us, but I don't want it to be anyone else that doesn't.
Craig,
Just worry.
the guy pulling us up the tree. Like, I get that he's a big guy for a halfling.
Gostrin, yep.
Like, am I overly concerned about him in terms of like if he were to try to, I don't know, shackle me?
So your question is, could I take him?
Can I take
How
him in a
big
fight?
could it really be?
Like, really?
No.
He's
I
a
don't know,
big
cleaver of
halfling.
orc necks.
He's a big
Look, how many
halfling.
demons you killed? He's a big halfling. I think you got this.
You know,
as concerned as you were about the orcs you matched up with, maybe, which is reasonable, but like you're not intimidated,
okay.
right? Like you would have, if you were to face off with Gostrin, just mano a mano, not even talking about having Sten, Silva, and Vasilla there.
Sure,
If it
sure.
was just literally just the two of you, mano a mano, you like your chances.
As we meandered around on our way through the shopping district or the shop, whatever that was up there, were there other like armed individuals around, like guards of any kind? Okay. I do think at the point where
And what you've seen above, what you've seen in the branches is pretty limited.
Sure. Like we hit the touristy sites, I guess would be.
Yeah, the majority of what you have seen has been ground level with the inn and the blacksmith shop.
Right. But there's not like a militia, or
Does not
like,
appear to be, and if so, they have not made themselves visible to you.
They're hiding well enough that I didn't notice.
Yeah, and there wasn't like a uniform that Gostrin was wearing or anything like that.
And the town don't seem to be troubled by any bandits or such.
Right. So I think when Vasilla would mention that the concern over someone being sacrificed, I think I may mention these shackles that he was working on, but
Shackles of many sizes.
of many sizes, correct. But I think like at least my initial thought would be that they would be things that he was trading to this other
Moonshire?
town. Yeah,
Is
to
that a big
Moonshire, so
market
that-
for shackles around here, you think?
Well, he did mention that they traded and that they bring the iron and he manufactures things for them. So it seemed reasonable enough at the time. But
And to add to that, I will say, he said it without saying it a few times. Like, they're kind of weird up there, and not just because they're humans.
right, no offense.
And I think, yeah, no offense. And I think at one point, maybe offhandedly, he just said, I trust him enough to send the boys, but I'm also real happy when I see him come back.
Apparently.
It's just every place is terrible, so
Right.
Welcome to Forbidden Lands.
It's there in the name. You know what? When you say that, think we can get a straight answer out of the kids?
Maybe.
Because, I mean, I don't know if they're sophisticated enough to lie to us, or if they are, I imagine we can see it coming.
And they're big fans of the four of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They also
it's
tend to
worth an
speak
ask.
faster than they think.
Yep.
Oh, it's a good ask. Maybe we should try. See what's what.
I think we should.
Interesting. So let's cut to that. So let's talk about. We don't have to go through role play the setup. Where do we? So we've got the older one, Brevin, the slightly younger one, Askin. Askin seems to spend most of his time with Paw, whereas Brevin tends to work in the inn a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure it was Askin that we found counting the ingots that kind of didn't trust you guys initially, but he's pretty much over that. And they both like I said, their faces light up when they see you.
Maybe we bring them out to the wagon. We can show them some of the trade goods while we talk. Interesting stuff we've seen from far off places.
Yeah, maybe a gift or something.
Sure.
Ma seems to have no issue with Brevin running off. You know, it's, can I, Ma? Can I? And get out of here. I got a list for you when you get back, right? She seems unconcerned about her son spending time with the four of you. Paul, on the other hand,
He's very busy.
well, his reluctance seems to be not a distrust of the four of you, more of there's a lot of stuff. We got a lot to get done.
He's
We
busy.
got- so don't dawdle. And your list only gets longer, that kind of talk. So definitely more stern than Ma is about it, but they both feel very comfortable with, you talking to the kids, obviously, or isolating the kids. So we can cut to the wagon.
Yeah.
Askin is brought a bunch of apples for Thundercloud and is really getting a tickle out of feeding Thundercloud.
Thundercloud's loving it, I'm sure.
Oh, huge fan, right? And,
Big fan.
Bevan is kind of sitting on the edge of the wagon, and so what's the story? Why do these kids think they're here?
We're gonna get him. We got him a gift that we're gonna give him from far away. Yeah,
And Bevan hasn't shut up. Is it bigger than a squirrel or smaller than a squirrel?
And that gift is called the truth.
I would say I don't know. What do you think, Silva? Bigger than a squirrel or smaller than a squirrel? We've seen some big squirrels.
It's very big squirrels.
How big?
Well, you see Thundercloud over there?
No.
Smaller than that.
Yes, certainly.
And if you say that, he falls over laughing.
I don't know. So I thought we'd get you something. We were talking about it, and this festival for Hem's coming. We don't know that much about Hem, so what's like a?
You should ask Ma. Ma knows all about him.
Oh, I asked her something. I was wondering what you think would be a good. What do you think? Like, what's a good gift? Is there a gift given to Hem that we could maybe give something similar to you as like a
You
honor?
said you were giving us a gift.
Yeah. No, we're gonna give you a gift like
This wagon is full of stuff.
So in where I grew up, when it was someone's birthday, we gave them a gift, but they also gave us a little gift in the same way. And so it's Hem's birthday, and we were going to give you a gift like that.
Hey, it's Askin's birthday.
Is it
Askin
Askin's
goes,
birthday?
no, it's not. Yes, it is. yeah, it's my birthday too.
Funny Ma didn't say anything about that.
Yeah. What did you give Hem for her birthday?
Lots of flowers. I'm trying. Mom talks a lot.
A lot.
A
Nice
lot.
speech.
Like,
Yeah, we're not gonna give you a nice speech.
yeah, like sometimes I kind of fall asleep a little bit. Cornelius does too.
Well,
Yeah.
He's very
Um,
tired.
No, it's just so like. So the women will put flowers out of their hair and they'll put it down at the base of hem, and some of the men will carve stuff, out of wood, like little statues and toys and stuff like that, and they'll put that down there, and don't tell Ma, but the best part's dinner before. and the singing and dancing's kind of fun after Ma gets done, and he kind of looks around, running her mouth.
yeah. Singing and dancing are fun. I agree with that. That's a good time.
Yeah. And Bevan kind of leans over to you, Osric, and he goes, and Penty will be there, so I'll get a chance to see Penty, and that's like, I think she's kind of sweet on me a little bit. And
Do I know who Penty is? Have I heard? Okay. Just making sure. I just was like, wait, did I miss a note? It's possible.
And I think she'll dance with me this time.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be nice?
Wonder if there's anything in the wagon we could give you to give to Penty.
Yeah.
Saucers.
You know that carved little flower that we picked up?
Yes, I think I do. I start going through the stuff.
Not
So-
costume jewelry that didn't make.
How do we get there? It's underground, I was told. I saw there's like, you get a cellar with your like wine and beer and stuff. Do you go down through there, or
No. You probably haven't gone up there yet. So where have you guys went up? Where'd you guys go?
over to the fourth branch? They did some trading. Her and old
Did you go to Burno's?
yeah.
Him and Cornelius. So about another about 10 or 15 branches up is the entrance to the insides. The gate's always open. And then you've never been inside.
No. There's an inside. Is that full of like
It's takes so long. So we got stairs all the way around, and they get lower and lower. And of course, me, Ma, Pa, and we sleep at the inn, but that's where everybody else is. You go down and you go down, and then you go down, and then the temple's at the bottom. But yeah, and he kind of like where you are is street level, right? Like it's when he goes, I figure it's about as far down as the tree is tall.
Wow.
oh
'Cause-
wow.
Yeah, it goes it goes down a long time, and Mom and Pa's friends are up towards the top, and then people that Mom and Pa kind of argue with sometimes as you go farther down, that's where they live, and and then there's no more houses, and then there's the temple. The temple's nice, but when you've been dancing all night, you gotta go up and up and up.
Did
Oh,
you stay
there.
down there overnight, or did you come on home?
Oh no, when it's done, we all got to go back up, and then you wish you were one of the people that Mom and Pa didn't like, because they don't have to go up that far, right? Because their place is right there, and
Seems a little backwards.
like we built the cage for letting people up the tree on the outside. Why can't we build a cage that lets people up? I don't know.
It's a good question.
Do people ever use the cage without what's his name? The big burly guy?
Oh, Gostford will tell you he's the only one that can do it, but the way Pa built that thing, I bet you he could do it. He points at his brother. But
And
no,
what?
it's usually just Gostrin, unless it's at night. Some people like there's no rules or nothing. It's just what Gostrin does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weird. Hey, we were talking
So
about
the flower.
Yeah, there's a flower, and we were talking about going to Moon Glow after the Moon Glow,
Moonshire.
Moonshire.
Mm-hmm.
after this.
Yeah.
Pa
I
said
mean,
they're weird.
yeah, and not just like, and he kind of points. Not like they're like weird.
Look
No
back
offense.
over my shoulder.
Like,
Like I don't know, like. So
Oh, just clown weird.
you know, I don't really like Cornelius that much.
yeah,
Cornelius is not weird. Like I don't know what they do up there. I don't know. Like, I mean, Pa doesn't like him either. But
What do you bring to trade with them when you go up there? I mean, you get the iron back. What are you
so
trading to them?
this time it was just iron because they didn't have anything for Pa to fix or nothing. Trying to think, they had a whole list. A lot of it's like horseshoes and they like spears, lots of spears.
Mhm.
So Paul make spearheads for them and stuff. And honestly, I don't really look at the list much. And then Pa wraps it all up and throws it back in the wagon, and we head back up to go pick it. I mean, we're gonna do it probably in about another three or four nights. And Askin goes, and Pa should be finished with fixing your stuff by then. So if you guys, we can all go, you can go back with us. We'll take you up to Moonshire, or at least take you back to the road, whatever you want to do.
yeah. How do people find this place? I would have never found it if we didn't run into you guys.
I don't right know. I mean, there's some people that Ma and Pa, I think, send out. And I mean, it's been a while. Like it's been, I don't know. It's been a while. This will be my third festival. And it'll be my first festival. Yeah, it'll be my first festival with guests.
Yeah.
Because they don't let the little ones, and
Mhm.
Ashkin and I aren't little anymore, so we can go to the festival.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Other than Cornelius, no other non-halflings, huh?
No, just Cornelius, and maybe Cornelius is why.
Yeah. Well, when did he come to stay with you? By the way, he seems like I don't know.
I know.
He's an odd fellow.
Yeah. As long as I've always known Cornelius is here. I don't know. And he kind of looks around. He goes, I think there's people that are looking for him.
Why?
Because he gets kind of weird when we have visitors.
More than usual.
He doesn't get real talky with them,
Yeah. I seem to like your mom plenty though, so guess she likes him. At least lets him stay around enough.
Yeah, I mean, he pays Ma, and he doesn't cause a bunch of trouble, and he lives low, right? So obviously, him and Ma and Pa don't get along super great. Berno lives so low that I think he sleeps in his shop now. It's a long walk.
Yeah.
A lot of stairs.
Just like tell people where to live. That's crazy. My mom, it would have been love to do that.
Well, yeah, like Mom and Pa tell us what to do, and
yeah, fair
they
enough.
make sure we have food, and then they tell other people that are not their kin what to do, and make sure that they have food. I mean, did your Mom and Pa not tell you what to do?
Yeah, but they didn't tell Osric what to do.
Well, did they run the town?
No one ran the town.
Okay. Mom and Pa run the town.
Yeah, fair enough. That's why they're mom and pa, I guess.
Yeah, Everybody calls him Papa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Yeah,
Well-
before we do that, I'll kind of go over to Brevin and can I ask you a question and kind of look over at asking kind of grown up to grown up.
and he hops off the wagon. He's done talking to Vasilla now. Right? He hops off the wagon. Seems about a half-inch taller too, and goes.
I'm kind of just
let's go
step a
over
few
there.
paces away. Exactly. And I'll kind
He
of
loves this.
kind of kneel down to him and I said, so I noticed that your pa was making a lot of them what do you call them, manacles?
Yeah, he does.
And
He,
I was
he
just-
likes him a manacle.
Yeah. Now, I mean, are those
Who doesn't?
things you trade up to Moonshire, or do they stick around here? Because I mean, I know there are sometimes people who use those for grown-up stuff.
That's Craig laughing. Clear your browser history.
So that's
So-
how you get a half elf.
He goes, nice callback, Nate.
Well done.
I'm proud of you, man.
Very good.
He goes, I think so. Ask it. Why is Paul making
Oh no!
makes all the manacles? And
He
so
was the one who worked on them, so it's only fair that he asked the other
Askin
one.
sees this as
right?
the
Well,
opportunity to go
the
talk
Askin
with the,
worked on
Right,
them.
exactly.
he's like, oh, now I can talk like the adults, right? So he runs over here.
Trade, tag out.
The authority on blacksmithing here.
He goes, Dad says that's how you get good at blacksmithing, because you got to make them light so they can be carried, and you got to make them strong so that they'll lock. And he keeps making them and perfect them, and then talking to me about, like, you got to do this, you got to do that, and everybody talks about swords and how that's how you become a good blacksmith. But no, it's shackles. It's it's got to be light enough to carry, and it's got to be strong enough to hold them, and it's got to be like, you need a key that'll work on some and not other. And he just
Mhm.
And
So did your
and
dad
you
make the
hear-
keys as well?
Oh, yeah. And you can hear his father's voice
Mm-hmm.
coming out of his
Mhm.
mouth, right?
Mhm.
You can tell that his father has made a thing about making these manacles.
Right. And then after he makes them all, does he just sell them or trade them or keep them?
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I've saw a couple go up to Moonshire before. There's more on the wall than get taken anywhere, and nobody's around here is buying them.
Yeah, makes sense. No, I was just curious.
I mean,
don't,
if you're looking for good manacles,
Hmm?
Pa says he's good at it.
well, just don't tell your Paul about the grown-up thing. You probably shouldn't know about that yet.
They love this idea too.
Excellent. All right, well, that's all the questions I had.
Well, we'll so we got a little flower for you, and you don't have a girl's eye already, do you?
Ew. Asking goes. When you give the flower to Brevin, at some point, and we can change chronological order here if we need to, but at some point, Brevin comes up to you, Osric, and he goes, "Can I talk to you over there like adult talk?" Completely
No.
completely mimicking Sten.
What have you done?
Same gestures and
these
everything,
kids.
like
Sure.
making like a Sten face, you know.
Oh, that poor child.
The Sten face. Now he's got the Sten face in his repertoire.
Yeah.
What have you done?
I'm gonna assume you don't say no.
No, I wouldn't say no. I'll walk over there with him.
He's trying to be super adult, right? Like walk in, and I think he saw Sten at some point like kick a rock, so he kicks a rock. Walk in. He goes, "Can I ask you something kind of funny?
Sure.
You ever kiss a girl?
Oh, I've kissed a woman before. Yes.
Did you practice? How did you know how? And he
Well,
is dead. He is dead serious.
Of course, this is very serious
He is
business.
13-year-old boy dead serious.
Does he have the rat stash? Like the 3 little early
He
hairs?
definitely has a rat stash.
Oh no.
100%.
Oh, this poor kid. This poor kid. Oh gosh. Well, I think you just know, and I'll say the first kisses were bad kisses before the next kisses were better kisses.
How do you know if they're bad kisses? If they're not good at it? You have to promise you won't laugh.
I promise I won't laugh.
So Cornelius said, and he starts kissing his fist.
Oh God.
Cornelius said that that's how he practiced. But I don't trust him. And this is really pretty. And he shows you
It
the
is
flower.
it's very pretty. I'm sure that your friend will love it.
But you don't practice.
No.
When you're alone,
I'm so glad he did not ask Sten these questions.
Oh god.
So I think that no, of course not. No, you just finding the right young woman to practice with is the right way.
fine. Okay.
Good luck with your dance.
Manly walks back to the group.
Kicks the same rock.
Yeah. So
Obviously.
I do want to talk about vibe a little bit with all these conversations that happen. If there's something these kids don't know about it, or there's nothing, right? Like very like everything they say matches up with everything else everybody else has said. And no sign that they're hesitated. Loving all of this time. They would spend all afternoon here with the four of you if you let them. And I'm not ending the conversation, but
before, right? Like they've gone. I think I heard that they
three festivals.
He's been to more than one festival, so it's not like he's like, oh
so
yeah.
Brevin's been to 3. Ashkin is only. This will be Ashkin's second one.
Okay, yeah.
There's a couple years difference between the two boys.
You know, it's like, well, it's super awful when we have to murder all the goblins.
Nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he did say it was the first one with guests that he's been to.
The first one that they have been to with guests was pointed out.
Yeah, I like that too. That was like
a nice wild card there.
Cool. All right.
Best parts of dinner.
Yep.
Stairs.
I'm going to give Ashkin an old flute, like a practice flute of mine.
Good. Give the kid an instrument.
Give him some drums. Parents love that.
He loves it. Loves it. Takes a half-second lesson from you.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine him tooting like
it's
tooting
awful.
It's like listening to
sending him back to the
smithy. They give him back to the parents. Yeah,
yeah. You're the uncle. You're the uncle that gives him a noisy gift. Yeah. Mom and Pop are not going to be happy.
Your kid have a recorder,
right?
And I think on the way back, you know, if we're wrapped up here, I'm gonna ask more questions about this girl he's sweet on, just to sort of get his mind off of the questions about the festival.
I like that. Give me a quick manipulation roll here. This is a very important thing. I like this.
Do you want to be human about it?
I'm so bad at it, though. I have to be human about it.
I have to be human about it.
I have to be human at it.
This is definitely a thing I should have thought of, but I
It's
was
definitely
not. Dave was
somehow-
not smart enough to be to think about this.
somehow marksmanship.
No, honestly, given the suspicions we have, I'm thinking about calling it survival.
I'm okay with that. You want to spend the willpower and make a
I
survival
will.
roll?
I
I'm
have
good.
done that thing. Hooray for humanness.
Oh, the
Right, for
humanity.
Yeah.
You got one.
So whatever you talk to him about the girl, he is
Mhm.
he is. If he could write it down, he would.
Right.
So if there's
You
any
should have sent a poet.
any level of advice, like and when you open that door, Sten, he's
Mhm.
like, do you reach for their hand? And when you're dancing and her parents are there, like the whole thing. So yeah, you have taken over his mind.
Excellent. I stress the importance of eager consent.
Okay, good. Yeah. He seems respectful. He's a mama's boy.
Good.
So I vote we go because I want to know.
I'm just going
Go
to
to the
point out
festival?
we're probably not going to be able to take a bow and a big old sword.
I had
with
that
us.
thought too. That
It also was reminded that half of Ostric's gear is currently being held hostage
Mhm,
for the next
uh-huh.
2 days.
mhm.
If we bail, we're down a suit of chainmail and a helmet.
Yeah, speaking of which,
And the
let's move that
remains
chainmail off of the equipped.
Uh-huh.
Chainmail,
Uh-huh.
helm, and axe. Yep.
Uh-huh.
What's
You
left
can
of
put it
the
in your
axe.
backpack.
Uh-huh.
That would be an expensive retreat. Not saying it's out of the question, just worth keeping in
Well,
mind.
if he has nothing to hide, he'd give him back damaged, I'm sure.
Where do we want to cut
Well-
to?
The concern
I
is
don't
that we're
know.
going to flee the ceremony, and we won't have time to stop at the smithy to go find my things.
Or again, if we were gonna cut and run beforehand.
Well, all I'm saying is we've run up that many stairs. We might as well take the time. to
Yeah,
go to the
like
smithy.
he made the point of saying that it goes down as far as it is up. So we're talking probably, I would venture to guess over 100 flights of stairs.
Ugh.
Cool.
That's why we never went back to the mines.
That's why. Yeah. So you other folks that are not stand for go and me for stay, what do you want?
Like, I know Jim definitely wants to go. I'm still struggling with whether or not Osric wants to go.
I love how you always have two wolves.
It's like, it's so easy for Jim to go, yeah, obviously we have to know what's at the bottom of the tree pit. I mean, how can we just walk away not knowing?
I assume we're not humoring Berno's offer at this point.
That's a good question to answer. Yeah, that
I-
seems
Just
pretty
to-
obvious.
Just to clarify, as a group, then
At
I
this
would
point,
be-
like nothing, like Berno wasn't compelling.
Mhm.
Berno's argument was
it's
not compelling.
a
Yeah,
bit
if,
of an
if we
extreme
had a
measure.
good reason, then
Like
maybe.
there's like not enough evidence that Berno
No.
is not the problem at this point. So I feel like
And
that's
You've also picked up that him and Cornelius are kind of.
okay.
Maybe.
If you were to find out Cornelius was in Burno's circle, you wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I guess, well, the other thing is, he was saying we needed to do it before the festival, but he didn't say anything about don't go to the festival or the festival's a weird murder party or anything like that. And I feel like if he was trying to
If you really wanted
convince
us
us,
to do it,
if there
yeah.
was something like that going on, he
If the
probably would
concern
have.
was it was a weird murder party, you feel like he would just open with that,
It's-
right?
Mhm.
It's
Right.
unfortunate,
Like,
it's
don't-
unfortunate
don't-
that we need
That
to
seems like a strong
Well-
argument there.
Like that would work.
It's unfortunate that we need to be that concerned about these things, but
Uh,
I don't know. feel compelled to stay long enough to conclude our business and then move along the road. But I understand if we decide we need to hit the road earlier.
So it's decided. We stay.
I think we need to hear what
Yep.
Osric says.
No, I think we should stay.
So real quick, I want to know why Osric thinks we should stay. Because I would imagine there's things that Stead has said that has resonated with Osric.
Sure.
Why
I
does
think that's
Osric
true.
want
I
to
think that there-
stay?
I think that Osric wants to stay. I think a significant contributing factor is that Vasilla wants to stay.
Fair.
Because, and like, she wants to find out something about like her people, and I think that's important.
Mhm.
And you know, we haven't been doing this very long, but there haven't been many opportunities for that. So I think that's definitely a significant factor. I think he also wants to believe that it's not, as bad as Berto says, and the way to find out that it's not as bad as Berto says is to see it.
And the other thing I'll throw in there, and you tell me if this is a factor too, because you asked about it, is not a whole lot of threats either.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Right. Like, they don't seem like
there's no militia that you're aware of, and yeah.
And
I'd like to see
it's not like
Gostern
they're
try.
gonna throw us into. Yeah, they're gonna throw us in shackles and stop us. But that's like even if I don't have Rustbite, like that's a big ask, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are
I
we
think that
good
all of those
cutting
things
to?
are-
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm talking over you.
No, I think I'm good.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make anti-poison packs for everyone so that they can like.
Mhm.
I poison packs.
I love the sound of that. I'm in.
Interesting. This is a very interesting request.
Thank goodness you became a poisoner.
Talk to me about what level poisoner are you?
I'm only a poisoner level 1 at the current
Okay,
time.
and read that off to me real quick. Do you have the text there?
Yeah, you can use the crafting skill, which I don't have. This is why this was a bad plan.
Excellent.
There's
Uh,
only one way to try it.
Yeah, you can use the crafting skill to concoct poisons and antidotes. See the table on page 186 for required raw materials. Potency of the poison increases by 1 for every success you roll beyond the first.
Got it. Okay, so here we're trying to make an antidote, so we'll use the same rules. So let's do a crafting roll,
Yeah, so this
and I think there's time, so I'm not going to worry about ingredients.
okay. Fortunately, I only have 2 dice, and that's because it uses my strength to craft a
crafting
poison.
There's much discussion about the fact that crafting uses strength.
So, doesn't work.
Yeah, well, that you know of.
Then I know.
Right, you think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's
Right?
what's
I
the
did it.
what's the
Drink
instructions? So we make 4 vials of quote unquote antidote.
Yeah. So just use this as if I tell you, or you start feeling weird.
All right.
Perfect.
Like I don't think she's putting anything in the soup, but just have. If I was trying to control an entire town of people or like put them into a state, maybe I'd use some kind of incense, or maybe I'd use food, or maybe it's in the beer.
If I cut us to dinner, do we want to do something
I
before
have
that?
2 things I would like to discuss before that.
Please.
One is I'm sure I can't do it with my longbow, even a magical one. But if like I have a short bow, because I do have one, that's like unstrung, do I think that's something I could put like in a backpack in some way that wouldn't be obvious, or
Probably
under my
not.
cloak?
If you were like truly trying to hide it, I think that'd be
Mhm.
pretty tough.
Okay.
I think that'd be pretty tough. And to be clear, nobody has said no weapons.
Right.
You've decided that,
It's
right?
gonna
Or thought
see.
that could
I
be.
should. You know what? No, I'm just gonna tell him I want him to bless my bow.
There you go. I like that.
There you
That's
go.
how it's
Oh,
gonna
that's
work. And the other
Thanks,
thing.
Timberwolf.
Pardon?
I was thanking somebody who just followed.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
The other thing I was going to say is, does anybody think they might be able to get into the smithy and get a hold of the keys for one of those shackles, just in case?
The keys that work for some, but not the others.
I mean, it might work.
That's
All
right.
right.
True.
Probably not in the time we have between now and the. If we had thought of it last night, it might be different.
Yeah, in broad daylight seems hard.
All right, fair.
I think
Any-
I've got a lockpick somewhere in my bag.
I'm sure you do.
There you go. Ooh, maybe we could buy some because these are mighty fine manacles. And surely they'd come with a key. Oh no! All
There
right,
you
never
go.
mind. Never mind.
You can buy one set of manacles and hope the key works on everyone. I
So
think we'll be fine.
again, as always, I'll montage. You guys interrupt me. You guys tell me, right?
Before we go to dinner, there,
Yep.
Silva's just going to clean up, use some of the oils and stuff she got from the shop, brush her hair because it's, horrible. And then she's going to kind of investigate the soap that you had mentioned smelled funny.
Okay. All right. Quick insight.
Just kind of, give it a once over
Sure.
before we decide if it's usable.
This is you guys have all GM'd before. Like when you drop a little thing and your players grab onto it, it just makes
What's
you
up with the
happy as a
soap?
GM. I know.
Elaborate on the
You got a
soap.
success. So, with one success, definitely not perfumed. Definitely not made with anything that tries to make it smell good. It's made from rendered animal fat, and I don't think there's anything that puts you off of that. It likely works.
It's
Right.
functional soap.
Yeah.
Functional soap. All right.
And does not smell like you've also had non-perfumed soap before. It doesn't smell like that, but it doesn't smell so different either.
Might combine it with some of the oils to give it a perfume, essentially. Clean up and then be ready for dinner.
Silva's not gonna smell like a working woman, right? She's gonna smell like a city woman.
We're going to a party. We gotta keep appearances up.
Back to the inn. Mom makes a big deal about doing both Vasila's and Silva's hair. She braids your hair, put some flowers in them, and you're taken to a room that you did not know existed. And it's off of the kitchen. And it is decorated like it's not part of the inn. This is where we eat, Ma tells you. And when you come in, the boys are adding chairs. They're adding 4 chairs to the table. It's a little tight. Vasily, you do a quick count, and there's a Ma chair, a Pa chair, an Askin chair, a Bevan chair, and a Nook chair before the 4 get added. Everybody sits down. Nook brings in the food. And Nook takes a chair. There is a bit of a sense of nobody's going to say anything, right? From Ma, right? We're just doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also being very welcoming, right? You're seeing probably a part of this inn that maybe the majority of Root Home has never seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's another stew, but it's other things too. It's some cooked vegetables, some venison that tastes like venison. Um,
Squirrel that tastes like squirrel.
Squirrel that tastes like squirrel. And you're offered. She has got wine, which is she's never talked about before. She's got ale. She's got cider. She asks what each of you want, and she gives you what you ask for. And the conversation, and again, we can ask questions if we need to, but the conversation is a lot about, a lot of logistics. I'm pretty sure that so-and-so did this. And, I went down to check the temple earlier. It looks good. We checked with so-and-so and she assured me that the moon will be full. So we should get full light that'll make it down from the top of Root Home all the way down to the temple, and it will shine on him. And, Pa's doing a lot of, you worry too much, Ma, the village will take care. The village knows what to do. We eat and drink. At one point, Nook lifts her mask enough to expose the bottom half of her face. And nobody says anything, but all suspicions are confirmed. The skin has got a greenish tint to it, a hue. It's deep. It's not cartoon D&D green, but it's got a green hint to it. The teeth are a little sharper than a halfling's teeth would be. When that happens, Ma gives a look to the four of you, like, we're not talking about this look.
I think Sten's response when he sees that is just to say something like, "This stew is delicious, Nook. Thank you." Just include her in the conversation. Nothing has changed.
Ma recognizes that gesture, the subtle gesture, and appreciates it. You get a feeling of that you have been let in. I need you to bring up your character sheets.
Oh.
That's a lot of numbers.
What are you rolling all those dice for, Craig?
See a couple sixes there.
I need each of you to make a roll. I'd like one at a time. We'll start with Sten. I need an endurance roll. Let me make sure I've got this right. Hold on.
Sounds right.
God.
Yes, it is endurance.
Well, given that I'm human, I'm gonna spend a willpower and make that a survival roll. If you don't,
I'm okay
mind,
with
Craig.
that. Oshrik, you doing the same?
No, I'm not doing the same.
Okay, that's 2 successes
because
for Sten. And to be very clear, what's happening right now is happening at the player level, not at the character level. All right, let's see Silva's roll.
All right.
Wait, it's endurance, not strength.
Okay, no successes. Oster?
Can we push?
Yeah.
I would like to push.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Nothing happened.
Oh,
I could, like, nothing ever happened.
Believe pushed.
Who is that?
Sorry, I was just trying to read something and instead
Oh,
posted it. My apologies.
that's all right. It's a lot of dice.
I rolled 7 dice because endurance is based on strength.
Nice. All right, and Oster
is
got a
why I
success.
Which is why I chose not to use survival.
Yeah, fair.
And I will not get a success on my 2 dice.
All right, so Sten got 2 successes. Oster got 1 success. Silva got none, and Vasila got none for absolutely no particular reason. I was just curious.
yeah.
Let's go to credits.
A band of heroes bold, stand the hunt of Vasila fair, with tales of glory told, all circle streak with his mighty blade, rustlight of demonic hue, and silver half-elf merchant king, their journey did ensue. Silver trades and secrets hold the smile upon her face, while Osric swings his fearsome sword in battle's fierce embrace. Through Raven's land they wander in search of ancient stones, to free the land from darkness where evil's a terror roams, with courage as their banner and hearts forever true.
So before we get into discussions real quick, how 50-year-old Craig runs this was a lot different than how 13-year-old Craig would. So 13-year-old me would have done all of these rolls hidden, right? I would have rolled for you and hidden it from you. One of the things that I've learned in the last 40 some odd years, but most recently, is like, trust that your players can play at two different levels. And really, and I think it's Blades that taught me this more than anything, there's actually a lot of fun to create a little bit of tension between the player level and the character level. So there's a temptation in old school GMing to hide things from the table, roll everything in the open. It's better this way. If you have a clock and Blades in the dark, put the clock on the table and tell them what the clock is for, right? We GMs are not as clever as we think we are. Now the players are not real sure that they should have drank what they drank or ate what they ate. But we'll see.
If we survive this, Sten is going to have such an I told you so for you guys.
Or right before Sten dies, he'll say,
Sure, yes, exactly.
It's like
Dying breath.
So I think I'll start with you, Dave. Thoughts is a big question here. What is, and this again, these are conversations with Dave, not Vasilla.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think it's fun and interesting, and it's a fun little mystery to unpack, like what the hell's going on here and how much do we really trust, and like, what's going on. My only annoyance is that like crafting a poison is something tied to my strength, which annoys me.
Yes.
It's the first time I've actually been annoyed at Forbidden Lands rules. I think.
Time to make a house rule.
You have a group of backers on that. That is like when you go through and you go down rabbit holes of discussions about Forbidden, this always comes up.
Yeah.
Always comes up. Yeah.
But as far as like what we're doing, it's like, it's fun. It was fun to like disagree. It's fun to like be propositioned to kill someone. We're like, no, you got to do more than just be like, well, they're mean, like clearly they're tyrants to some level, but like, so it's an interesting moral quandary, and I enjoyed that part.
Yeah. Good. Stars. So when I've kind of reframed stars a little bit, and you guys have heard this speech already, but for those watching, I found stars becoming kind of a award that we give each other, and it's really not what I want stars to be. It doesn't mean we can't give it to each other, but what I want from stars is when we were in the game the most, right? And that could be because of something that Nate did, but it's not something we have to give to Nate. So for you, Dave, when did you find yourself lost in Vasilla, when you were looking through her eyes, or maybe seeing things, if that makes any sense?
I think it was Nook's visit. Like I felt like, just that's Vasilla. Like I can see Vasilla like sneaking into places when she was a kid, and like trying getting herself into trouble, and like her mom talking to her in that kind of like calming way, or someone else talking. It felt very like the duality. What I see as the duality of Vasilla is like where her mom is like this tender, kind, loving person, but also like there's a very sharp edge to it.
So a little bit of a behind the screen, that's what gave Nook a seat, because in my mind, I decided Nook wouldn't have kept that conversation from Ma. So Ma knows what happened. And I think because of what Nook told her, she felt comfortable doing this. And so this was not the plan for me as a GM for family dinner to include Nook. But I think I really liked what we did in that moment. And I think Ma would have done this.
Nice.
So that's where that came from.
Well, good.
What are you wishing for? What did you get that you want more of, or what didn't you get that you're hoping to get?
I want to resolve the mystery. Like, I want to know, right? Like, Dave wants to know as much as I think Vasil wants to know. And I think, and I'm interested to see how, like, I don't know, Vasila's post-trauma kind of develops and doesn't develop, and like goes to old Vasila and like kind of balances out. I don't know. It's I don't know what I'm doing. Like last time you asked me, like, did you make this choice? I'm like, well, I did because I'm the person that's supposed to speaking, but I didn't. It wasn't premeditated, you know.
I can tell you, it was nice for me as a GM to watch pre-trauma Vasila dealing with Nook.
Right.
And I believe that. I believe that Vasila would have found the softer part of her. And I'm really excited to watch you resolve. Like we talk about Jim, the player, has 2 wolves. Like I think Vasila has 2 wolves right now. And I think I'm hoping that's exciting for you as a player, is to discover how is Vasila going to navigate this. So I think that's cool. Yeah. Hey, Paleo, it's good seeing you.
One of the really cool things about being in a long-term campaign is that like naturally develops over time, right? Like one shots are fun in a different way, but like it's not lived in the same way.
So McGay and Vincent famously in I think it's Apocalypse World, they mentioned this. They say everything starts to cook around by session 6. By session 6, the GM figures out what's happening, the players figure out their characters, and that's really when everything starts to happen. And it's weird to me because that 6 number has become a little magical. Like I go back and I look at runs that I've done that are less than 6, and then runs that I've done that are longer than 6. And I think 6 is a pretty damn good guess. So shocker, it might be that McGay and Vincent Baker know what they're talking about. Yeah.
It is correct.
They may have played a few games. But yeah, and I gotta say, and I've mentioned this before, this is the longest I've ever played with the same characters, with the same players. And I never thought I would like this much. I always thought that like everybody dreams like the long campaign and we're going to play for 4 years, and people talk about that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds terrible to me. but I am loving this. I was talking to Andrea before and she's like, what are you playing tonight? And I said Forbidden Lands. And I said to her, this is my comfort game. I don't have to think about it a whole lot because I'm thinking about it all the time. And everything is now real enough for me that it's almost become like running Blades for me, where I'm just going to react, which is really fun. Really, really fun. Jim, thoughts? What the hell's going on here?
Oh my God. Like, I'm so scared that we're going to wake up and, like we're going to have a cutscene and we'll be at the bottom of this temple. It's going to be awful.
Tied up to the spit.
I don't know. Like, I'm glad that we got to find out that Nook is a goblin, in fact, because I feel like that was going to happen eventually. It had to happen, but I like that little hint of what's going on. But like,
so real quick on this, I told you flat out that she felt comfortable enough to reveal what everybody already knew. You're in her private dining room.
I know. And yet I'm like, the reason she feels comfortable enough is because she's going to murder us.
That's exactly what I was thinking until Craig said, now I've decided that she feels comfortable enough to do that. See, if she was going to murder us all along,
she would always have been comfortable. That's true.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Right? You don't know. It's interesting.
When I get to my wish, it will be that we don't start with a cutscene where we end up shackled in the bottom of the tree. That's my wish. So we'll start there.
You want to spend the first hour talking about how you pass out slowly?
Well, the good news is somebody got 2 successes, and I
Yes,
think
Sten.
you had 2 6s. So theoretically, that person doesn't pass out and can
If
save us
if
all.
this was a poison check
Uh-huh.
and the poison was potency 6, I rolled 2 successes. And if you meet it or beat it,
Yeah,
then
so-
it doesn't work on you, which we learned back at the
Yes,
ruined Wizard's
exactly.
Tower.
We sure did.
Really, the poisons are terrible.
Sure did,
Except
Craig.
when used against PCs, apparently.
So,
So one of
in,
us will at least wake up or
in
be healed.
theory, 3 are affected, 1 is not,
Yes,
theoretically speaking.
and Sten can save us all, or just say "I told you so" and just.
So
Take
here's
our
something,
Thundercloud. That's all I
and,
ask.
and shame on those that don't watch the after credit scene. I am going to assume during dinner, and when we come back, we'll still be at dinner. So we'll start 54 at dinner.
Let's just say now.
Is the weapons questions going to be asked, or so are we going to ask for permission, or are we going to be told not to?
So if they in fact straight up told us not to because they know that we have them,
And they haven't said anything up to this point,
right? So if they don't say not to, then I really liked Brian's suggestion around the idea of like we are traveling, we use our weapons when we travel, and we would take the opportunity to have this god bless our weapons, this goddess bless our weapons. And if they say no, that can't, she wouldn't do that, that's not right, don't bring them, then obviously I will sneak in a hand axe. And
there's hackles that would be raised. You may not even go down there, right? Yeah.
But
that's fair.
I wouldn't bring rust.
You wouldn't bring it up.
But I think that we would ask them that way. That's how we
Right.
would broach that topic, assuming that they don't flat out say, "Oh, obviously you can't bring your weapons down to the temple." when you
So
come with
let's
us."
pretend there's a world where it's never brought up by Ma or Pa or anybody else.
Right. If no
Would
one brings it
you
up,
bring it up?
someone will bring it up. And I
You think you
what-
would bring it up?
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
we'll ask the question.
I would
in a
would say
different way.
if they don't bring it up, we just carry our weapons and wait for someone to say something.
Yeah, but Osric's too polite.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I can only do so much.
Yeah, we'll find out if we'll find out in 54. But I was just real
Yeah,
curious about that.
Yeah, I
Real
think
curious
that
about
we'll broach the topic because
Got
I
it.
don't.
or at least Osric will.
Yeah,
I
the
think
royal
so.
we.
Yeah, the royal we. But what is going on? Like why is Burno like he is? Like what is up with that? I don't know. Like that was so strong. Not
He
like
did not
oh
mince
she's,
words.
yeah, like he's just like you.
I would
you
like
could
you to murder some
you
people.
could murder those 2 people for us. That'd be
Yeah.
cool, right?
Do a coup for me,
'Cause-
please.
Because
Yeah.
they're mean, but make sure you do it before 7 p.m. Otherwise, the deal's off. It's like,
What are we,
Yep.
the CIA?
like why? Why? Why?
And not the kids, so that wasn't like
Not the kids, obviously.
yeah.
And the
it's
one
just
thing that
so-
go ahead.
just so weird.
And the one nuance that I try to put in there, but I'll be obvious about it now, is like he was super transactional about it. Right. So he brought up money more than once.
Right.
And definitely gave you the feeling that in his head, if he pays enough, you'll do it.
Right.
But he didn't want to say
He didn't
money.
Want, he didn't want to give us a number because that
correct.
would be
Right.
a terrible salesman, right? Like he
Correct.
wants to pay what
Yeah.
we think it's worth, not what he thinks it's worth.
100%.
Clearly,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to
Yeah.
overpay.
Yeah.
That would be a waste of money.
And the other thing that I want to emphasize too is that he was very nonchalant about, well, if you don't take the deal, somebody else will.
Mhm.
I'll ask the next
Right.
ones.
And so, but that is like, well, wait a minute. If you can wait for the next one, like, why
How
is it
bad could
so
it be?
important that? Why is it so important that it be before, like,
Yeah.
the
We've,
middle of the night? Like, what?
we've established how infrequent the next ones are.
Well, but yeah, yeah, it's so. Well, and we hadn't at that point, so he's just like, no, but someone else will do it. So, you want to make sure you get it. This is your opportunity. But also Cornelius and his what did Ma say? Like his super interest in what's going on with Ma's opinion of him is very intriguing. Like his gig seems pretty cushy and good. Like why? But also, is he like? Is it not as good as it seems? Is he on the outs? What I hear he stays down low, so that's not as good as it seems like it could have been. Yeah. So all of that, there's a lot of things going on, and I just don't have a line on them.
Yeah.
But I am definitely curious about how the Goblin Revolution is going to go.
So talk to me about. I think we covered wishes, we covered thoughts. So what were stars? When were you most in?
I even though Osric wasn't an active participant, I also really enjoyed the Vasilla Nook scene in the room. I thought that was a really, really interesting moment. You mentioned pre-trauma Vasilla, and I think it was interesting to me because even before the Nook part, I feel like there was hints of pre-trauma Vasilla in like the singing and dawdling, even though there was no one else there. So I think that's really interesting that like there's these hints of old Vasilla, even just from being here, maybe.
And this was not. I wish I could tell you I was this smart, but like it's interesting that we have leaned into Vasilla's original reasons for leaving Oakenheart, right? Which taps into that part, right? So that's not why I chose Root Home. You guys chose Root Home technically because of the way you traveled, but like it's super interesting to me that like after all of that things that happened in the random encounter Wizard's Tower, now we've had something else that has tapped into old Vasilla, right? And why Vasilla left Oakenheart to begin with, or one of the reasons. And I think that's really interesting. Really, really interesting. So yeah. But it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, Jim, for stars. Like stars doesn't mean you have to be in the scene, right? Like, so I'm glad that resonated with you and with Dave. Nate, thoughts?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. What I was saying before we got into this was I'm mad because it's also thematically perfect. We have the whole like Silva trying to do a little poison art, and now Vasilla's touching into it, and here we are getting poisoned at dinner. It's all come home to roost.
Fucking halflings.
Of course, they're going to be the ones who are good at it. Yeah, there's just a lot of questions. Just getting offered to do a murder job. That's crazy.
Was everybody surprised by that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was surprised by the utter lack of reasons.
It was so, and maybe it's just because we've been dealing with the halflings for this day and a half or whatever, but like it was very forward.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna beat around the bush a little bit, but like kill Ma and Pa. I'll pay you for it.
So as the person who was playing Burno, not me, I was trying to be Burno, was trying to like be slick about it, right? It was trying to be like, feel the conversation you would have at Osric at the bar about draw steel, right?
He did, yeah. He asked about, have we done things for money like that? And at the time I was like, oh, he's gonna ask us to do some protection run or whatever, and that's fine. We could maybe do that. We maybe won't, but
what ended up happening,
it was the end one that was just like bam.
Well, what ended up happening for me playing Burno is like, I think Burno's smart, but not that smart. He's slick, but not that slick. And for me, when I was playing Burno, I'm like, Burno's gonna be like, fuck it, close the door.
I don't have time for this anymore.
I'm tired of beating around the bush, and that's what happened. It's like Bruno's like, I'm just gonna say the thing. So that's what happened. You broke Burno. Burno was tired.
I respect him for committing, and had anybody shown any inclination towards it, Silva would have jumped in the negotiating table. But the vibe was not there.
Made sure we got a fair shake.
Oh,
She's like,
God.
this isn't my political assassination, but if
Yeah.
if someone wants to do it, I'll make sure we get good money for it.
We killed people at Amber's Peak and you get paid for it. Let's get paid for it now.
Right? Like,
Wait, we didn't kill anyone. The dragon killed people.
Imagine if we got a
Likely
gold piece
story.
ahead in Amber's Peak. We'd be rich. We'd go.
Yeah. Have
All
our
right.
own
So,
stronghold.
stars. When did you feel most in, Nate?
Probably a lot of that conversation with Burno about just
Ah,
the mood shift of that whole conversation, and even like the turning point of it was me bringing up wanting to buy soap, and then you having something to say about that. It's just like, all right, we're in. All right, cool.
and wishes. What did you get? You want more of, or what didn't you get? You'd like to see as a player.
You know, I agree. I like that. I like that we got to see a little bit more of Nook, and I hope we get there's more to that we get to see. And I can't wait to see this tree burn down as we try to escape the festival as sacrifices.
What if Ma just wants you to trip your balls off and really enjoy the festival? What if that?
Then we
is?
probably won't kill any of them.
And you'll feel terrible.
If
after
I
that.
had let me search the rule book for the optimism section. Where is that? Oh, it's missing.
and
That's
she's
not
gonna
in
send
here.
you. She's gonna send you off with micro doses to get you through. Like,
I meant O. O doesn't say there's no optimism under O, Craig.
last but not least, of course, Brian. Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, we've covered most of the stuff I was going to say. I will say that I love your observation at the beginning, talking about how doing all this stuff above the table is so important. I mean, there's a reason that dramatic irony has been a thing in literature for centuries.
100%. Great
and
point.
And I think my favorite way of describing that was something Abria Iyengar does, who is a fabulous GM. And she always does these things, you know, when somebody makes a perception check or whatever, and she describes the situation, and then she often will follow it up with, but what you don't see.
Oh.
And it's just always an amazing moment because, you know, you can see all the players, you know what's coming, and the characters are just kind of hopping along.
That's amazing.
It's a fantastic line.
Oh, I'm going to
That's
steal
cool.
that. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
have
to steal not only
so
the
cool.
line, but actually saying what you missed in your perception check.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Yeah,
idea.
no, it's fantastic.
Oh, that's next level there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch any of her stuff on Dimension 20, she's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, but yeah, thoughts. I mean, I'm really interested. I'm highly invested in seeing what's going on in the immediate future here. The one thing is, I think if it does turn into some kind of, you know, murder party, I feel like we've maybe made enough connections with Nook and the boys and even Burno that maybe we'll be able to get some folks on our side if it comes to that.
It may not be full Midsummer. It might be.
I mean, I don't know. There's clearly a division in here.
Yeah,
and if we work it right, maybe we can bring that to a head.
Like that. Stars.
Yeah. Stars. My favorite moment, and it's become something of a you know, gimmick for Sten, I guess. But you play really good kids, Craig. And the scene with the two boys where we were hanging out and he was talking about girls and doing all that stuff. I loved every minute of that. It was a bright spot in an otherwise terrifying session.
That makes me happy. Yeah, that was all unanticipated, and me being my favorite type of GM, which is a GM who gets many characters, who gets to jump in them.
Absolutely.
And it is neat to watch. Like, Burno's more real to me now than he was when he was talking to Osric, right? And we've had more times with these boys, and these boys have just developed their own thing. And it's fun. It's fun. Lean into it. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm glad that resonated with you.
For sure.
All right. Wishes.
I mean, obviously, you know, we need to figure out what's going on and what our fate is likely to be. But one thing that just occurred to me recently when we were talking about Vasilla is I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, because it's like we've talked about how the sort of pre-trauma Vasilla was coming out, and I'm really wondering what's going to happen. It's like, oh, well, I've been through that, but it's awful. I'm learning to trust again. Oh my God. And that could send her crashing down. So I'm really anxious to see what happens depending on how this plays out.
And I will say, and I bet everybody would agree with me, that I trust Dave to know exactly how Vasilla
For sure.
react,
For sure.
which is really exciting.
Mhm.
Really,
He may not know yet, but when the moment comes,
100%.
he will know.
It'll happen. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
100%. All right, guys, love you, mean it. Trail of Cthulhu on Saturday. Don't miss it. We're on the downhill there. It's been an amazing run. So if you have not watched Trail of Cthulhu, you should go back to 1 and see how good of a GM that Brian is.
Yeah.
But love you, mean it. Talk soon.
Howdy, friends. Thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.